Hey everybody, welcome back. We are at episode number 17. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
Wow.
It's exciting.
Today's episode is all about this podcast. We'll give you a sneak peek behind the scenes of how it was started and how it's developed. And let's do it.
Let's do it. The universe brought us together.
That we know.
And together we want to share that story with you.
As well as all of the practices we do to keep our relationship thriving.
Because to us, it feels like our life is a honeymoon.
We want that same joy for all of you. I'm Tim.
I'm Amy, and this is our podcast. This podcast is brought to you in part by Considine Homes, proudly serving your real estate needs in South Florida with honesty and integrity, and offering trusted referral partnerships in all 50 states and beyond. Hey everybody, welcome back to Our Life is a Honeymoon. We kind of wanted to tell you all the ins and outs of our journey in making this podcast. And so for those of you that have been listening to us from the start, you already know, but for those that are just tuning in, from time to time, Tim and I, we have a couples therapist, and we use her for maintenance and for touch-up. And a little over a year ago now, we had a session with her, and at the end, she said, "You two really have a lot of chemistry together, and you have such a beautiful and healthy relationship. You should really make a podcast." And we were like, well, okay, let's do it. And that was it. We didn't even question it. We just, we're going to do it. And it's been quite a journey, and that's what we're going to talk about during this episode. But I also wanted to give you guys the background on where we came up with the name, Our Life is a Honeymoon. Tim and I would talk. We have a very, very, very fun life. I'm the primary travel planner, and I would say we do a lot of trips, and we have a lot of fun. And so Tim would say, our life is a honeymoon. Our life is a honeymoon, because we're always just doing great things. And we said, you know what? That would be the perfect name for our podcast. So here we are.
Yeah. And the therapist telling us to do a podcast, I feel like it's like she just had a lot of great advice aside from that. And so it just really felt like she was a very
everything she said was so smart.
So we really just listened to her, and we're like, all right, everything else you've helped us with has really been like on point. So let's you know, why not?
We valued her opinion. Yes.
And so Amy mentioned it's about a year. I feel like it was like November 2024 when we started.
It's been a hot minute. Yes. It's been a while.
About maybe a year and a half. And we just started having little meetings, kind of like we talk about. We like to be intentional with our time, and if we don't schedule it, it usually doesn't get done. So we calendar check. Our weekly check-in on Sundays, we said, hey, let's find a time to sit down and talk about this podcast idea. And we started realizing that there was a lot that goes into it. So we knew that there was a bunch of different categories of things to start researching, whether it was like equipment, lighting, gear, all the different pieces, software. Just we started looking at other couples podcasts and researching YouTube videos, and just trying to get inspiration. And it was a lot of upfront kind of energy and effort to even start thinking about making a podcast.
Actually doing it. Yeah, the research was heavy. Yeah. It definitely took a while just to get to that point.
Yeah, I just remember all the different things really felt foreign and kind of scary. What is a hosting? What is what is what is this? What is that? And now
they were very dry meetings. No couple in the history of time has ever had as many meetings as Tim and I have on different topics.
I mean, it gets what gets things done.
Yeah, that's how we flow. Yeah, yeah. So in the beginning, I think what we thought it was going to be was fun, easy, exciting. I like to be on the camera. So I was excited for that. And I just thought it would just be footloose and fancy-free. And that's not what it is at all. Not even a little bit. It is fun, for sure. But, it's like another job, for sure.
We are not making any money yet.
No, we have had two. Thank you, Michael Doyle and Kristen Tinley, for supporting us with buying us Mickey pretzels.
So that money went into the bills.
We're in the negative.
Yeah, we're in the red, but so what it is versus what we thought it was is, like I said already, is a lot of learning as we go. One of the big things that we've kind of more current, I'd say, developments is the development of the show notes. Like when we first started, we just showed up and we're like, hey, let's record a podcast, and this is the topic. Ding. We press record and just kind of talk without really like a format.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Now, well, this is show them this is the difference
If you're
between
listening
us.
or watching.
If you are watching, yeah. Mine are sloppy handwritten notes, and his is beautifully typed with bullet points, and his speaking areas are in bold.
But yeah, so we're, at first it was just, we were just kind of winging it, and over time it like got really structured until where it felt too structured, and then we kind of backed off, and then now we're more collaborative, and it's just been that's something that we just didn't know.
No, you don't know until you do it.
And then, again, like I said, there's all these different just learning curves with different softwares, and it's been time-consuming, exhausting at some points.
Oh. Especially for Tim, who does all our tech and 98% of our podcast.
The thing is, it's like we said, the pros. There's a lot of team building, like working on a project together. Just really always brings us closer together. It's a labor of love, and it's fun. But the thing I was saying about the equipment, it was tricky to like, what kind of microphones? Like we have these little, fancy. It's by a brand called Rode. Post a link.
We should post links. Yeah, absolutely, because we did days, months, so much research. So we should post the equipment.
Yeah,
that we
and we have
purchased.
a little tripod, we have lighting. The whole 9 yards, but at first we had none of it, and it was from just what does it take to make a podcast? Do we want like those microphones that you sit in front of, you have headphones on, and because I've seen all different kinds, and we wanted it to be more conversational and more informal, so that's why we have the like
lapel mic.
Yeah, and so and so that's been that was a part of the journey. I ended up getting a new computer. The old computer I had just wasn't strong enough, and so as soon as I got the new computer, I realized, as I was looking into buying one, I just knew I needed a stronger one to do all the like
Editing,
heavy duty editing. It's just so much that goes into it. Like Amy was talking about having a intro theme song, and we both were like, all right, what are we gonna do? And I was thinking, just let's find something online, and Amy said, why don't you record it yourself and write it? And so that was a whole other project inside of a project. And so as I have all this recording equipment that I've never used, it really forced me to kind of get outside my comfort zone and start using this recording equipment that I've kind of been collecting over the last few Christmases. I would always ask, because I knew I wanted to record my own music, but it was kind of intimidating to go from, similar to this podcast, like from zero to like a functioning music recorder, podcaster. It took me out of my comfort zone, and so that's what a lot of this podcast has done. And
you've done a beautiful job.
Yeah, and then there was, if you watch on YouTube, we have an intro sequence where it's all of our pictures, and I had to learn how to use Canva and just make a video and a theme song and just put it all together. Like I became a video editor. I enjoy all that stuff, but it just...
I showed up.
And, we used ChatGPT to help us create a logo. And so that was really, another kind of creative design thing that we had to come up with.
It doesn't happen at your first go around. All of these things took a lot of time.
Yeah, and there was the social medias that we had to build. Amy's been in charge of that, Instagram, Facebook. We have an email account we had to create. Just all these different things that just go into, this is like, podcast hasn't even been recorded yet.
Yeah. This is before you're getting all of this.
Yeah, and then we had to decide where we're going to record it. We're in our kitchen right now. And we tried in the bedroom, we tried like over here, over there, like just this.
We know this is not the best, but we don't care. It's about the content.
This is the best.
Well, this is actually the best that we came up with. You are correct, Tim.
And then there's a lot of content out in the world of like how to make a podcast. I have a book that I started reading. I would like to continue reading it. And then Amy, you actually took a class.
Took a class, yes, I did.
A local in-person class.
Yeah, at Kana Studios, which is local here in Wellington. Thank you very much. It was a great class.
Yeah. And so I just kind of skimmed over, like I could have talked for an hour on each little part because it was a lot.
It was. I mean, to think that we are very good with our meetings. So we probably had a weekly, if not every other week meeting for a year with homework assignments to complete between for us to even get to the point of starting to film. So it's not something that comes quick and easy.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because it's great to see all that hard work, and then we have a product that we've created together, which is so nice. I love it. So another aspect that it's really been challenging for us is figuring out our scheduling, when we're going to film, because it's not just filming. There are meetings that have to take place before we even film. So we have got to decide what our episodes are going to be about. So that is a meeting right there. Then we're doing 2 a month, so we just take 2 at a time. We have to take the sheets that we have our like loose format and block that in, but we have to discuss what the episode's going to be about, kind of flesh that out. And then we have to take an afternoon to film the podcast. And then Tim gets to spend a lot of time editing the podcast, and then I don't do that.
But the whole scheduling thing was really tricky. Just trying to find a template to
Plug and play.
Because we do 2 episodes a month. Like we knew we could like streamline it, and so that's kind of where we are now. Is this is like the first time, like I would say this last cycle.
Yeah, we've been filming since November, and we're in April now, and we just finally, I think, have found a rhythm.
Yeah.
That we hope will work because it's new, and that took a whole nother meeting. Are we OCD? But it did. It took a meeting for us to sit down and consciously figure out what space we needed between each item. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we call a meeting, it's really just being intentional with our time.
Well, I mean, we sit down and we're prepared, and we have our brains on correctly for the topic at hand. We know to expect that that's coming at this certain time in the week that we have scheduled it. Kind of a meeting, but anyway.
And if you're late to the meeting, you get a penalty.
You get a smooch.
Excuse me. And also along the same lines of all this kind of output, there are some days where we don't 100% feel like, all right, we have to show up and do this thing that we committed to, but we always show up. And even if it's like Amy's brain is at like 20% and mine is at like 10%, we do what we can with that amount. And if the meeting was supposed to have 2 things, like maybe we just get through 1.
Yeah, 100%. Something that I forgot to mention also when we were talking about the scheduling is that we're conscious to create it in a way where it's not so last minute, so that if we do have something that really is stopping us from being able to meet, we have time to reschedule it if we have to. But that's a last resort. Like even today, I'll be honest, I've been sick all week. This is probably not my top moment of health, but I'm showing up.
Yeah, the people out there depend on us.
Maybe.
we're just doing it.
Yeah. So another thing that we have learned, it's a relationship podcast, and in the same line as our title, Our Life is a Honeymoon, we go great places. And I think it was actually me that had the bright idea that we should film on location. So when we're on these vacations, we can show the people, where we are. Well, that was not a good idea. So I don't recommend that. The first time was it Thanksgiving, right? last year over Thanksgiving, we go usually every year to these little cabins, rustic cabins in North Florida. And so I just thought it would be so much fun to film from the cabin. But then once you get there and you're actually on vacation, you really don't want to set up equipment, especially when you're in a cabin trying to, disconnect from everything. So we ended up not filming at the cabin. But I didn't learn a lesson on that one. I still thought it was a great idea. So then, in the beginning of the year, every year, this has been brought up in other episodes, but we take what we call a sleep vacation. And didn't you mentioned that now they're called sleepcations? Listen, people, I had this idea 2 years ago. The sleepcation, it originated here. Somebody's copying. But anywho, so we went to Hilton Head, Disney's Hilton Head Island Resort. And we were going to film, but every day was so magical that it wasn't until like the day before we had to leave and we're like, darn it, like we have to film. Did we do 4 episodes? So the last day of our beautiful vacation, we were in
It was our second to last day.
Whatever, it was near the end. It was near the end, and then we're sitting there filming. And was it a beautiful room and great? Yes, but anyways.
It didn't really translate into the video.
No.
It was like we're just in a random room recording.
Yes. So since then, I have realized, okay, I'll just make a reel when we're in pretty places. So check our social media under Our Life is a Honeymoon Official on Instagram and Facebook, and then you can see where we've been, but we will not be filming on location ever again. Never say never, but I don't think so.
Yeah. The whole thing, it worked, but it didn't feel right.
No, it felt very forced, and the whole point of vacation is relaxing and just getting your brain off of real life. And well, that is, you know what, we travel so much that I like to think that is our real life, and that our home is the alternate reality.
I like that.
Thank you.
And so as we've been talking about all these different aspects of the podcast journey, the final results, we are enjoying ourselves. It isn't just this terrible thing that we've signed up for that we're just trudging through. It is work, but we really enjoy the documenting of our lives. It's like whether or not anything ever comes of this, we're going to have chapters recorded of our life, well, like we can listen to in 20, 30 years.
Yeah. I know. And that's great.
Video of it, audio,
I know.
little snippets.
Even though I feel old now, if I look back in 30 years, I'm going to think I am young.
Yeah, you are.
This is 50 people. Yes.
And we've already received, from the listeners we have, great reviews, great comments. It just feels good to put ourselves out there and just see what happens. I mean, anytime I feel like I put myself out there like on my own, it's like good things happen. Like when you show up.
Yeah, energy moving forward all the time.
And the just a little bit of the numbers behind the scenes. We recently, I think, are at like 17 countries across the world have listened to us.
That's amazing.
I think the last time we talked, it was like
countries.
10 or 11.
Yeah.
And
name off a few, because it's not like Canada and Mexico.
Vietnam, I think, was the new one.
Vietnam.
Saudi Arabia.
Egypt.
Canada is a new one for us.
Well, we also are very happy with that, but there are some exotic.
Yeah, I haven't looked recently, but just the number keeps going up, and that's great.
Yeah, like how are they finding us?
And we've been putting out less episodes per month,
yes,
and getting the same amount of views. So it's like we're putting out 4 and getting, let's say, X amount, and we're putting out 2 and still getting similar or more numbers. So that's a good trend.
I do like that very, very much.
Yeah.
How many cities are we in the U.S.? Do you know?
I don't know. I just know at total they just tell me total on the thing. It's 85 all over the world.
85 different. So for 17 countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. So thank you to everybody that listens to us. And I think that's pretty much what I have also. It's just this is our baby. It's something that we've created together. And, for those of you just tuning in, we're getting married in less than a year. And, you're so cute. And this is, it's just something great to just remember this moment in time, if that's the only thing that happens. But what we really hope is that our content can help some people in relationships, whether it's romantic relationships or family relationships. Just find positive ways to interact with the people that you love.
Yeah, when we first signed up for this podcast, it was more like, let's just do this thing. I don't feel like, for me, I didn't really look ahead, like what's it going to take. It was like we kind of said yes and then figured it out.
Yeah, I think that's the way that you thrive at a lot of successful things, is saying yes and then figuring it out.
Yeah, we've been able to, I feel like we already worked well as a team, and it really kind of proved that even more. And then growing through challenges through this podcast, and also in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of parallels with just our relationship in general, how strong it is, and almost like putting it to the test with this project.
Yeah, we still like each other.
Yeah, and we've built something very meaningful and intentional, and I think only good can come from that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, and so after we kind of talk about the podcast, the next section of our episode is the listener invite. And for this week's invite, I'd like to ask you, have you ever taken on a large project similar to something like making a podcast, or just something kind of outside your comfort zone, that with a partner, close friend, and how did it go? Did it strengthen, or did it crumble your relationship? I mean,
Did it take years off your life?
Yeah. And so please feel free to reach out to us in any way you can, whether it's email.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
Social media.
Yeah. So we always like to end our podcast with our happily ever after for today. Just a little tidbit so you can get to know us better. And so we're, again, using this pack. It's called Our Moments for Couples. You can buy it on Amazon. And they're just little questions that kind of get couples to know each other better.
I think I'll pick this one for you first.
Oh, okay. You pick it.
I'll read it for you.
Yeah, you read it to me. Oh, boy. Okay.
All right, this is a good one. What's the worst piece of advice you've ever been given?
Oh, I know a really bad piece of advice that I was given. It's actually career related, but I am a realtor for the last 15 years, and everything I do, I try to do at 110 billion%. Like, I don't mess around. I don't like doing things in a sloppy way. So when I was a new realtor, I had a friend who is not my friend anymore, and she gave me this advice. She said, all realtors just do things half-assed, so don't worry about putting too much effort into it. And I was like, what? And I mean, I really didn't have a lot of experience with other realtors, so I'm like, is this true? And so I was like, I am determined. I am going to be the best realtor ever, and I am going to make a difference, and I'm just going to do such a good job for people. And I do. But there are a lot of bad realtors out there, but there are a lot of really, really good realtors out there, and I'm blessed to work with a lot of them. But yeah, if somebody tells you to do something half-assed, don't listen. They don't know. She didn't even work, so whatevs. Whatevs.
You're still...
I'm not bitter.
Yeah, so for me, what's the worst advice I've ever been given? And I think I'm just blessed that I don't feel like I've received bad advice.
Oh, please.
What? I have nothing.
You didn't have a friend that said, oh, come on, take this, it'll be okay, or...
I mean, that's different than advice. I mean, I'm just drawing a blank. I really feel like I haven't gotten that much advice in general in life. Like, I think that's a thing that I don't know. Yeah, so I'm just going to, I guess, pass.
You know what? I'm going to draw you another card real quick, Tim, because I don't think passing is allowed.
Passing is allowed.
Oh, what? Okay, you don't want to do it? No. We'll save this for next time. Okay, well, I already have the card picked for the next episode. Okay, well, thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. We are so blessed and just grateful that you take time to listen to our podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And if you are listening to us now, wherever you are, maybe we're on YouTube, Spotify, we will be continuing our uploading to those spots as well.
And absolutely. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I mentioned that before, under Our Life is a Honeymoon Official, and feel free to message us. We will definitely respond if you do. And again, like we said, if anything from this episode resonated with you, you can message us there, or you can email us at ourlifeisaHoneymoonofficial@gmail.com.
And if you'd like to buy us a Mickey pretzel, you can support us that way at buymeacoffee.com/ourlifeishoneymoon. And please subscribe on YouTube, like our videos, review us on Apple Podcasts. We will read your review
Yes,
live on air.
we sure will.
Yeah, or maybe if you even comment or write us an email. Just,
Can somebody communicate with us?
does
Are
this
you
thing
listening?
work? This thing on?
Are you listening?
But yeah, and I think that's it.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Well,
thank you everybody for being with us today. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Episode 17 in the book.
Good job. All right.